Hey guys, it's your boy Ricky Cheese with the FloridaWrestling.com and Grinding for Greatness podcast. I was asked to sit in as a guest with my boy here, the wrestling guru Alex Wisdom of FL_Wrestling Insight on IG. Make sure you follow his Instagram. You'll thank me. So we are here with a very special guest. He is only the second Fargo All-American in Matter Lake's history. That's right, I said it. History. We've got the one, the only, Mr. Bruce Lee from Matter Lakes. What's up, champ?
Everything's been great. It's been great. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. I'm sure everything's been great because you're on cloud nine right now. Eventually it'll sink in. You'll come down a little bit, but enjoy it. Stay up there as long as you can because you never know when you can accomplish something as great as that. I have a funny feeling, Alex and I were talking before you came on. We both feel you'll win multiple state titles and probably a national title somewhere down the line. So we definitely believe in you. But let me ask you this. Every single wrestler in the history of wrestling has battled at some point in their career with self-doubt. You know, they doubt themselves. Have I done enough? Is there anything else I could have done? I got to wrestle in Fargo. It is the toughest tournament, high school tournament in the world. Not the country, the world, other than the world championships, but that's not high school. So it is the toughest high school tournament in the world. At what point well, first of all, were you battling with self-doubt heading to Fargo? And if so, how did you deal with your self-doubt?
Honestly, I personally deal with self-doubt every day. Like before practice, am I eating the right stuff? Am I drinking enough water? Am I doing the right things? And going into matches, I just got to realize that everything that I've done is in preparation for this tournament. And I got to have trust in my coaches, my family, my village. And one way that I deal with it is my faith in God. That's my best way to deal with it. But honestly, it's just all the preparation that I put in is a way that I deal with it as well. But yeah, self-doubt is something I definitely had to work on for the past few months. At national duels, I had a really rough time up there. Went, I think, 2-8, 2-9, something like that. And then going into it, I had a coach tell me, Coach Charles Smalls, he really put it in perspective for me, and I just had to work on my belief, working on it every day, and then it helped me to do what I did at Fargo.
Yeah, Charles is a great guy. He wrestled at Manatee High School. My son Bryce actually wrestled him in the quarterfinals of the state tournament before he got huge and went up to 170 and 184. But at 152, they wrestled. I love the kid. He's a great guy. I'm glad he's coaching for Team Florida. You mentioned the word village. You have to have trust in your village. And you hear that saying all the time, it takes a village. Now, you have a very large village, larger than a lot of other kids, which makes you a fortunate kind of kid. But one of your village members, I believe, is Jeff Wimberly. Talk to me about how important he was to getting you ready and how much credit does he get for your All-American status?
Honestly, he takes up a good amount of that credit. He pushed me to places I've never been before. Honestly, in my wrestling room that we're in right now, actually, me and him go back and forth, just trying to get better every day that we can. And sometimes we'll go down to St. Thomas Aquinas, just getting work in. Mm-hmm. It was really a good experience training with him, and I'm sure we're gonna train more in the future as well. But his D1 experience just pushed me to that next level to do what I did, and all those things he taught me and the grit and determination he showed me, it was something that impacted me and pushed me forward to do great things and to really get me to that edge that I needed.
He was a big part of my son's state championship because he used to beat the shit out of him every single day. I'm sure he's beat the shit out of you plenty in your own dungeon there. But those beatings you take definitely were worth it because you're at where you're at now. Alex, I think you had something you wanted to say.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, talking about your village, you come from a team that's coming off their first state title in school history, Matter Lakes. You guys have some of the best wrestlers in the state. Some wrestlers that could compete with some of the best in the country, and you guys have one of the best coaching staffs in the state, even nationally too, I would say. What is that like, having a team like that and a coaching staff like that with Coach JD, Coach Neifeld, and all your guys? What is that like?
In the practice room, it gets pretty competitive. Like, all of us try to be the best. And honestly, it's weird because one week maybe one guy is the top guy in the room, and then the next week it's the next guy. So we're all trying to push each other to be the best version of ourselves.
Mm.
And our coaches, Jonathan Ramsey and Brandon Neifeld, they're just great coaches. They really know how to get all of us in the zone and to prepare us for our matches and competition. And they're always looking to improve themselves as well. So it's really just a great tight community, and I can't thank them enough for helping me get to where I am right now. Without them, I would never be at this moment or at this point in my career if it wasn't for them. Honestly, just pushing me forward and getting that competitive edge really helped
No,
me a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. I mean, I remember when I was in high school, like I graduated 23, so I'm a little bit older than you, but like they would be in the room with me, and I was in the room with Kalias when he was in like eighth or ninth grade, and Coach JD and Coach Neifeld just helped my wrestling so many levels. Like I would get better, just going to club practice with them. So you definitely have some of the best coaches in the state, no doubt. Um, you know, let's talk about preparation and let's go back to the past. So the state tournament, you're one of the top guys in the state. You placed in the state tournament, but not where you want. You know you're better than that. Um, and I talked to a lot of people. You are battling a lot of injuries. What did that take on your body, in preparation heading up into Fargo, physically and mentally? How did you deal with those injuries leading up to this point?
So I had tendonitis in my rotator cuff and my labrum, and the doctor was saying if I were to continue to push myself at the level that I was, that it would have torn eventually. I don't know how close I was to tearing it, but he said a minimum of like 2 months, 2.5 months of just
Mm,
resting and therapy. So I was resting in that time, and I was just thinking, wow, all these kids are out training, and I'm just here resting. So
mm,
it kind of messed me up for a little bit, but once I got back into it and my coaches and my team just helped me get back to that good mental state. I just made sure my body was right, getting the rest, recovery that I needed every day, because that was something that I wasn't doing either in the season. I wasn't recovering right, and I think that's another thing that caused me to get hurt in the preseason, because that was a whole season injury. My shoulder, it happened in September, I want to say, and just
yeah,
happened like continuously hurt me throughout the entire season leading up to the state tournament. Then I was also underweight, so
I
it
heard
kind
that.
of, yeah, I was around, I want to say 144, and that allowance, all these other guys are cutting weight, it put me at a disadvantage. So we just had to battle through that. The state tournament, rested around till May, I want to say, and then just had to get back in that right mental state that
Mm.
it happened. There's nothing I could do about it, and all I could do is push myself to where I want to be and just work towards that Fargo All American.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
something to
did
be
it.
said about a good break, a good rest to give your body that time to heal, recuperate. I think everybody needs that. Whether you're injured or not, everybody needs a break because obviously everybody knows that's listening to this. It's the toughest sport in the world. Just like MMA, after every fight or after every match, there's going to be some type of injury, even if it's not like an injury, but just a sprain or a tweak here or there. Something's not feeling 100% after you grind in a tough match. So I think everybody should get rest. So I'm glad you did listen to the docs and take a little bit of rest. One question I have real quick is, going to the state tournament, knowing that you're injured, knowing you're going to try to wrestle through it. You placed eighth at the state tournament, but you did forfeit out to eighth because you didn't want to, get hurt anymore. Solid move. If that was your coach's or your dad's decision, very, very smart. Because it means nothing in the big scheme of things. You're going to come back. What do you got? 2 more years, 3 more years, sophomore, junior, and senior.
Three. He's a
Okay,
sophomore.
so potential three-time state champ. Knock on wood if everything goes as planned. Honestly, I don't see a whole lot of people beating a 100% healthy Bruce Lee. I just don't see that happening. I had you ranked really high because I do believe in you and I know what you're capable of. Going from eighth, and now you're going to start going into your sophomore season. Is that just an afterthought? Is that going to creep in your mind? Do you not care about it? Hey, screw eighth. I'm a Fargo All American now. I'm going to ride those coattails. What's the mindset going into your sophomore season?
So eighth of the state tournament, it was kind of like I'm at the bottom of the podium. I still cracked it, but I'm at the bottom. It just kind of puts a chip on my shoulder that I want to be better. Like that's It's always been something for me having a chip on my shoulder because I've always wanted to be the best. Ever since I committed to it, I've wanted to be the best. And being a state champion, it's been something that I've wanted to do for a
Wow.
while. So going into this upcoming season, I do have that Fargo All American on my back. But honestly, it doesn't really mean much once you step on to that line. It's how do I feel in that moment? Am I ready to wrestle? Am I ready to get my hand raised? That's what it means to me. It honestly doesn't matter. Like, oh, I do have this. I am a Fargo All American. It really doesn't mean anything until you step onto that line and really ready to scrap. Because I'm ready to scrap. That kid's ready to scrap, and we're gonna have a battle. That's just how it
Yeah,
is.
that's a
Even
great answer. It is a great answer because a lot of kids, you know, first of all, you'll talk to kids and you say, "What's your goal?" I want to make it to state, or I want to make it onto the podium. Well, you can make it on the podium seventh or eighth, and I know for a fact, without even asking you, that was just not an option for you. You were going to win it, hurt or not. You were going to give it your all and see what happened. But you're right. You can't rest on your laurels. So yeah, you're a Fargo All American now, but you're not for 2026 yet. You will be if things work out. But you're right. Don't rest on your laurels. Now you got new stuff to prove. But the one nice thing is nobody could ever take that title from you. You will always be a Fargo All American for the rest of your life. And although it may not mean much to you right now, it will mean a lot when it comes to seeding at different tournaments, which can make the difference between placing at Ironman or not placing at Ironman, or placing at knockout or not placing at knockout. So
Mm.
it was an important thing to get on that podium, which, man, what an awesome thing. I congratulate you. I'm so happy. I'm like genuinely happy for you and your family because I just love you guys. Your dad is the best. He helped me get Bryce hired on with Pembroke Pines. So I'm always grateful for that. And he knows anything that I can ever do for you guys, I'm a call away. But yeah, that was a great answer. So where are you doing? What are you doing right now? You're right back in the wrestling room. Are you taking a little break? What's going on in Bruce Lee's life?
So I'm taking a little bit of a mental break because I was pushing it 100%. I went up to a Jesuit camp, LHP camp, a little bit of the Southwest camp as well, just preparing, just going 100% every single day. So I needed a little bit of a mental rest.
I heard LHP
Start.
was a hard freestyle camp.
It was it was something different. It was 2 sessions a day. First session 3 hours, second session 2 hours.
Mhm.
But they really helped me. If I didn't go to that camp, I wouldn't have All American. I could confidently say that they really helped me level up.
Wow.
And what they're doing at LHP is really working. Honestly, like all those reps that I got in definitely helped me to level up and to get on that podium as well.
Mhm.
Everything I've done.
How important to you is the room you're in? How important is that to your success?
Honestly, I kind of wrestle them faceless. So when we go live, I kind of just take their face out of it. Like, yeah, they're my friend, they're my brother, because we're a family. But I'm trying to get better. They're trying to get better. So I just kind of look at it faceless, and I just look at it as this is another opportunity to get better for me. And for our location, we practice outside, so we don't really got a room or anything like that at all. We got to roll out the mats every day, clean them up every day. So it kind of puts a chip on our shoulder where, yeah, we got to work harder to get the same amount of work in, but we're working harder, you
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
it just kind of puts in perspective how hard we're working. And we got the state title, and then I'm an All American. I got multiple state champs in my room. So it just kind of puts a chip on my shoulder where I know I could be the best. They've done it, and I just want to prove it my own way.
Yeah, and I mean, also going back to what you said earlier about, foot on the line doesn't matter what titles. I mean, you beat a lot of seeded kids heading into your Fargo All-American status. Did that, how do I say this? Do those seeds ever, you know, change the mindset a little bit? Because it's not the state tournament, it's the Fargo tournament. We're talking about the best kids in the nation now. You might be facing returning Fargo All-Americans. I mean, I know there's a kid that won a Greco Fargo title last year and he did an All-American this year. So does that ever change anything in your mind?
Honestly, I don't really look at what seed these kids are. Like I pinned the seventh seed. I had no idea he was the seventh seed. So
Mhm.
just wrestling it like it's just another tournament because it's just a wrestling match, you know.
Is that something Coach JD and Neifeld preach on? Don't look at rankings, don't care about the seedings?
It's something that they say more into going into the state tournament,
Mm,
but I'm not 100% who said it, but there was somebody that told me don't it doesn't matter who they are or what seed they are, just go into it like it's another match.
mm.
And I kind of did it where I would look at where I'm gonna wrestle, but not who I'm gonna wrestle. So I know what bout I am, and that's all that matters to me. Like I don't care what state you're from. I don't care what singlet you're wearing, what seed you are. Like it doesn't matter.
Let me ask you this question, and I really want an honest, from the heart answer. You know, family is very, very important to your success. Family support is very important to a wrestler's success. I know you and your dad are close. How important is it to you to have that close bond with your dad? Alex had it with his dad. His dad's a coach. Um, I didn't because my dad wasn't a coach. So he didn't really understand what I was going through. But how important is that relationship that you have with your father? And what sacrifices has he made that you see that have gotten you to where you are right now? Two part question.
So what it means to me is I have something that a lot of other kids don't have. I have my dad in my corner, and he sacrifices a lot for me. I don't know what it is in the firehouse, but I think it's called the Union, and he had to leave it so me and him could really focus on this journey. I believe he did that when I was in sixth grade, so a couple years back, and honestly, it helped me. I have that in the back of my head when I'm training. Oh, I got somebody on this journey with me,
Mm-hmm.
and it really helped me. It really did help me, and he sacrifices a lot for me. He drives me to practice. He makes sure I got good food in my stomach. He make sure I run. Do all the important things. I'm on weight. Like he really does help me, and I couldn't be more appreciative. I'm so blessed to have someone like him, and he was a wrestler too, so he knows what it's like. He knows what it's like to cut
Yep.
weight, to step on the mat. So it's an advantage some kids don't have, and I'm really, really blessed to have it.
Trust, I wrestled, your dad wrestled. We both have sons that wrestle, and I could tell you this right now. And your dad, if he says it's not true, he's lying to you. We enjoy and get more out of watching you guys wrestle and win than anything we've ever won. Trust me when I tell you that. So every time you step on the mat, you're giving your dad a gift. I promise you that. He's so
Yeah.
proud of you, and just you, listen, everything you do is just, it doesn't matter what it is, he's proud of you. Um, Alex, let me turn the tables. How is it for you being coached by your dad?
Stressful. No, I'm sure. I'm joking. I'm joking. I mean, dang, I didn't know I was gonna interview you.
Just
I'll
the
keep it
one
short
question.
because we're here for Bruce. When I first started wrestling, it was the most stressful thing ever because my dad and my older brother wrestled, and my older brother was a two-time state champ. After that, um, I just stopped caring. Wrestling gave me some mental confidence to just go out there and have fun.
Yep, exactly.
But but yeah, no, like 100% with what Bruce did, like, and same thing. Your dad's super proud of you. I mean, we were texting before this, like, he was low key stressing a little bit. He was like, "Hey, does Bruce need anything? Like, what do I have to prepare him for? Like, whatever, all this and that." He was like, and I also messed up on my post on my fault. I said you got seventh at Fargo on the post. And your dad actually texted me and he said, "Hey man, Bruce got eighth. Just wants to let you know. But either way, I'm super proud of him." So your dad actually is proud of you because we've been talking about it. But back to you. I see your background. I see the wrestling you've had. I've seen videos and Instagram reels on it. You've had a bunch of names in this room. And actually, when I was at the girls' region tournament, I met Tyree Graham's mother. And you've been training with Tyree Graham before. And she said that you have a close relationship with him as well. You make connections in the wrestling world. What do those connections mean to you? Because there's a lot of kids that I personally know that stay in their bubble. They don't go outside what they know, whether it's a wrestling room, whether it's their club.
Yep.
And a lot of coaches also do that as well. A lot of coaches stick their kids into one room and they don't let them go out. And sometimes that can be the make or break of their
Mhm.
success. So you're training with some of the best kids in the state, some of the pound for pound best kids in the state, future best kids, D1 college wrestlers. Like what do those connections mean to you?
Well, to start, Tyree Graham, he's a Fargo All American as well. So I kind of
Mhm.
wanted not to be the same, but to be at the same like caliber because I wanted to prove myself as well. He's a state champ. I wasn't able to do it yet, but I kind of wanted to be like my brother because he is like my older brother. I don't have a real blood brother, but he is kind of like my brother. He's been there for me for many years since the beginning of middle school. We went to the same club together. Like he means a lot to me, and I just kind of put a chip in my shoulder when he All American. I'm like, I could do the same thing. If he did it, I could do it my too. Teammates, they're important to me as well. They push me, like I said, like Mason Odell, Keegan Messina, Kellen Messina, Anthony Odell. He was a senior, he left, but Chris Green, Khalees Nazario, all those guys, Ethan Tran, my partner, they push me, and I'm really blessed to have them because they're all state champs. I'm
Mhm.
not yet, but I just want to push myself to be that level in the state, and then to push myself to be a national champion, world champion. That's what I want to be, a world champion one day.
Yeah, and you want to wrestle at the Division 1 level, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now, following up that question, and I have a few more. I know Ricky might have some too, but I have a few more. Let's go back to what we said in the beginning. Second ever Matter Lakes Fargo All American in history. Like you have to understand, like you look, I've been to your practices at Matter Lakes outside. You have banners, you have the names that you see every day, talking about state finalists, state champs. And out of all those guys, you join elite company with Ethan Vergara, two-time state champ, D1 wrestler, wrestles at the world level, Pan Ams, all these tournaments, and you are in that list with Ethan Vergara and Bruce Lee now. What is that? What was that like?
So the first practice I ever went to at Matter Lakes, Ethan was running it, and I had no idea who this guy was. I didn't know he was a Fargo All American or a two-time state champ. But once I realized who he was, and then I finally joined the team, I'm like, I could do this too. He was
Mhm.
able to do it, and it kind of opened the path for me a little bit. Like, if he could do it, so can I. And it was just an honor to be part of that company with him. He was the first one to do it. Now I was able to do it as well. So, kind of opened my eyes up a little bit, and he opened up the path for me. And he helped me get to this point too. I was training with him a little bit, and it really was an honor to be up there with him now.
So, Fargo, massive tournament. But during this season, are there any tournaments that you really want to compete in that you haven't yet?
Probably Ironman, Beast of the East, those elite high school tournaments. Oh, and Powerade as well. That's another big one.
Mhm.
But during the season that I didn't get to go to knockout this year. I believe I had the flu. Yeah, I had the flu. So I didn't get to go to knockout, but next year I want to go to knockout, and then
Mhm.
those big national tournaments I just want to go to as
They're
well.
important. Those big tournaments, the Ironman, the Powerade, the Beast, the Knockout, even college coaches are there. D1 coaches are scouting hard. Super 32,
Mhm.
all those big ones. Does Matter send guys over to the Ironman, or they haven't yet?
We haven't. Yeah, we haven't yet, and I think we got invited because we won states, but we haven't gone as a team yet. But I'm hoping in my next 3 years we're able to, because I want an Ironman title really
Yeah.
bad. That would be awesome to have.
I mean, that's also one of the toughest
Oh my
tournaments
God.
and toughest IBT brackets in the nation. I mean, Ricky will tell this story after I'm done saying this about his son and David Carr, but I mean, that's insane. So when you talk about semifinals, quarterfinals, round of 16, you're wrestling nationally ranked
Yeah.
kids, um, and it's tough. It's really tough. But Ricky, yeah, go ahead, tell that story. I know
Yeah,
you want to.
so Bryce goes to the Ironman. It was his senior year. He's at a very tough weight, 152. Julian Ramirez was in his weight class. Julian was at Blair Academy at the time, I think. Yeah, no, he might have been with Tampa Jesuit. I don't remember. He was with one of those schools, but he was there in the weight class. And David Carr was the number one seed, of course. So quarterfinals, Bryce gets David Carr. Now, I'm at Keith Aronoff's house, Grant's dad, watching it on Flow because I couldn't make it. And I see him walk out and he's got David Carr. I'm like, golly, man, shit, man. It's always my kid's luck. He always gets without a doubt, my kids always get on the side of the toughest side of the bracket, which at the Ironman, there's no weak side of the bracket. But
Yeah.
anyway, he gets Carr in the quarters. I'm watching the match. Match starts. Bryce takes him down. I'm like, whoa, what happened? 2-0. I start scooting up on the couch. I'm like looking at the TV, and Aronoff's like, oh my God, he's winning. Then he cradles him and he puts him on his back and he's got him stuck for 45 seconds. I have the video. It's actually posted on my Instagram. He's got him stuck for 45 seconds. The tournament's in Ohio. The referee was from Ohio. His dad is a Olympic bronze medalist that we found out later was very close with the referee. And I'm not saying that's why they didn't call it, but that's why they didn't call it. But they didn't call it. But yes, he did have David Carr stuck for 45 seconds. And it wasn't even close. Like, I had people calling me from all around the country that I've never met that got my number from his coaches that texted me, dude, your kid got robbed. We were there. Your kid got screwed. Holy shit, your kid pinned. I was like, oh my God, but whatever. You know what? He didn't get the call. He lost the match, whatever. But to that point, it is probably the toughest tournament you'll ever wrestle in, just like Fargo, but folk style, not freestyle.
So my question for you, Bruce, right? What can people expect from Bruce Lee heading into the 25-26 season?
Well, they could expect a hard worker, and I'm gonna give them a fight every single match. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna go out to beat you. That's plain and simple. Whether it be a tech, a pin, beat 1 point matchup, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go out, try and score as many points as possible, and I'm gonna enjoy myself. I used to have a big problem with enjoying myself out on the mat, but I'm gonna go out, enjoy myself, score some points, and wrestle my match.
I can tell you, I don't know what we can expect from Bruce Lee for the 2026 season, but I know what Bruce and his dad expect to see from Bruce Lee, and that's going to be that one, that color. Nothing but.
Yeah.
Go out and get yours, champ. I know you can do it.
We believe in you for sure, and this should bring you even more confidence. Like, I'm not just saying this because you're here. You're truly, one of the best wrestlers in the state. It doesn't matter grade level or anything. And I 100% believe you will be a state champ. I mean, you guys saw me at the state tournament. I showed love to Matter Lakes all year, talking about you guys are going to be state dual champs and state IBT champs. And I'm happy you guys did it, and I truly believe that you guys will repeat again. It's going to be tough, but I think you guys can do it. So I only wish you success, man. I really do.
Thank you, thank you. It means a
I
lot.
got I asked the tough questions. I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Team, I know they're all your brothers, but you got to have one guy that you vibe with the most. Who would that be?
I'd probably have to say my partner, Ethan Tran. Like, we trained a lot together. I probably known Kellen the longest, or Keegan, but Ethan's my partner. I can't say anybody else but
And
yeah.
then one more question. We ask everyone this, like at the end of the show, a little fun question. Doesn't matter in the state, outside the state. Who's the toughest person you have ever wrestled?
I have to say Giovanni Solis. We've been wrestling for, I don't know, ever since I was in 4th grade. I've seen him, like, me and him wrestled at dual tournaments against each other. Like, we've been wrestling against each other for a while, but I kind of see him more of as a teammate now, because we've been on Team Florida so many times and we've talked a lot. He's a good friend of mine. I really truly respect him, but he's the toughest guy I've ever wrestled for sure.
Bruce, thank you so much for coming on the show.
He's
Tell your
having me.
dad, tell your dad I said what's up. Your dad's awesome. Love that guy. Tell your family, tell the team I said what's up. Thank you again so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me. It's been an honor.
All right, Bruce, thank you for giving us a part of your evening. You guys have a great night.